Hello, my name is Tricia Hardway, and I work in the Center for Academic Success at Lincoln Lane Community College. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about starting the semester off right. So often when we start new adventures, like a new job, a new year, or even a new semester, we often pause and reflect on what we can do differently, perhaps better. So that's what I would like to talk to you today within a framework of growth mindset. So this isn't a new concept, but it's an important one. I think it's particularly important in the context of failure. People who have a growth mindset do not let mistakes and setbacks control their lives. They pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and try again. They know that redoubled effort and practice makes them smarter and stronger. Time, effort, and practice leads to success. This is a concept in brain research that is supported by the idea of brain plasticity. It means repeated practice makes your brain cells make more connections. And now here's the really interesting part. If you believe your brain cells can change and grow, you behave differently. In research studies, when students' mindsets changed from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, motivation and achievement both increased. So if you watch and listen no further, you can at least be armed with the fact that you are in control of your own learning. You can increase your motivation and achievement simply by knowing you are in the driver's seat. Your destiny was not written on the day you were born. You're in control of it. So if you stick around, I'm going to offer some tips on starting the semester off right with the what, the how, and the why of being in control. So first, let's talk about the what. The first thing you want to do in order to start a semester off right is get yourself organized. You need a dedicated workspace. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be yours. So a desk or even a table with a comfortable chair and any sort of writing surface will do. It's important that it's free of distractions and you have all of your supplies like right where you can reach them. All your pens, your pencils, your highlighters, your binders, and good lighting. Let me take just a moment to talk about the importance of binders. It's a good way to organize each of your classes, even though they may be all online. Printing out PowerPoints, labs, homework, and notes, and filing them in a 3-ring binder helps you encode and organize the accompanying information better than when it's just housed online. Pairing activity with learning information helps you learn the information. I also want to caution you now against studying on your bed or on your couch. Even though they might be super comfortable, it sends mixed messages to your brain, which is confusing. When you study, your brain is supposed to be alert and focused. But when you're going to sleep, you're supposed to be relaxing and letting your mind drift. So it gets really confusing if you're trying to be focused and alert in the same place where you also are supposed to be relaxing and letting your mind wander. So I'm not saying this is a cure for insomnia, but if you've ever studied in bed and then later on in the day try to go to sleep in that same bed and your mind is just racing, this might help you. So now we move on to the how of being in control. You need an action plan. So the first thing you do when you start out in a new course is read and try to understand what's expected of you in the syllabus. That's where all of your assignments, your projects, and the course objectives are going to be listed out for you for the entire semester. So make sure you read and you ask questions if you don't understand about the syllabus for each class. You're also going to want to take a little time at the beginning of the semester to try to find some time management apps or some new strategies to use. You're going to want to give yourself time to succeed in the class. So don't set yourself up for failure by going back to old ways of cramming the night or two before the exam. You're going to want to study in several study sessions per week. So check in with each class each day and have one study session dedicated to each class each day. Study for 35 to 45 minutes at a time. You don't have to make it a marathon session for it to count. And then make sure that you get up, you take a break, and you relax and de-stress and decompress a little bit. Practice makes perfect. That's an old saying that we've all heard, but our brain research really supports that. Practicing repeatedly over time helps build those neural connections and neural networks. And another idea is form a study group. It doesn't have to be a formal study group. You don't even have to be in the same class. It's just connecting with other people who are also doing homework. You are each other's best resources. You are each other's network of support. So make sure you find people out there and help each other through your classes. And perhaps most importantly, you need to practice self-care. So having a routine bedtime and a wake-up time, eating healthy meals, and exercising frequently throughout the week can help you through an otherwise very stressful semester. Now, your exercise doesn't have to be elaborate. You don't have to join a gym. Just simply getting up during your study breaks and going outside and walking around your neighborhood for a few minutes can be enough to help recharge and refocus you. Another idea is keep your connections with your family and your friends. They are there to help you and support you. And another important rule that I discovered is the 20-20-20 rule. It turns out that when you stare at a computer screen all day, you tend not to blink as much. And it makes your eyes tired and it gives you headaches. And a simple fix is every 20 minutes, look up from your computer screen, look out your window at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds, and then look back. It will help alleviate some eye strain. So now we move on to the why of being in control. Why do we want to be in control? So ultimately we can achieve success. So achieving success comes through setting goals deliberately, having reward systems, and your motivation. So take a few minutes and evaluate, what do you want for your future? What do you want out of life? And make sure your short-term goals align with that. So this is the time when you can even set something simple as a goal for each grade in each of your classes. Do you need A's or do you need B's or will C's do? It all depends on what your future goal is. Also, having a reward system is important. And it's important that you reward good habits and not necessarily results. If you reward yourself for setting aside time each day to study and check in with each class, then the achievement will come. And most importantly, motivation is key. So, effort is needed for your motivation, but success must also seem possible. When the task that you're doing seems insurmountable, we tend to give up. So, this is the time before you give up. That is a huge red flag, and it says to you, I need to ask for help. Also, monitoring your inner dialogue is important. So, the next time you make a mistake, think about the way that you talk to yourself and ask yourself, would I talk to somebody I care about the same way I talk to myself? If the answer is no, it's terrible, I would never talk to a person I care about in that same way, then you're being too harsh. A good place to reach out for help when you get stuck or when your motivation wanes is the Center for Academic Success, where it's our mission to provide resources that promote your academic success. We want you to be successful students here, and we can help you. We have trained professional academic success professionals, and we have trained student tutors. So I encourage you, if you need help, all you have to do is simply ask. We have a phone number here, 217-786-2396. And here is our email address, cas@llcc.edu. Good luck and have a great semester. Bye.